guys, welcome back to my vlog channel. Today we are going to be making one of my favorite desserts, Oreo balls. So my birthday is in a couple days, so I want to make these for my birthday. We usually make them like for Christmas, but they are so good. If you like Oreos and chocolate, you'll love these. They're super easy to make, and you can make them all different ways, all different colors, with sprinkles, anything you want. So it would be perfect for like any holiday. Even like a gender reveal, you could do pink and blue ones. So all you need is some Oreos, softened block of cream cheese, some melting chocolate, and then I'm gonna use sprinkles. If you wanna get two different kinds of chocolates, and you could do drizzles on some of them, but because I'm making birthday ones, I'm just gonna do some sprinkles on top, and the white chocolate ones are my favorite, so I'm doing them all white chocolate, and then cute little mini cupcake inserts to set them in, and then a food processor to grind up the Oreos, or you could just use a bag and like a rolling pin and smash them that way too, but a food processor definitely makes it a lot easier. Okay, we have our food processor right here. If you have the family size Oreos, you are going to use 2 rows of Oreos, but I have just the regular pack, so we'll probably use this whole entire pack. We want about 4 cups of crushed Oreos. So we're gonna see, I'm actually watching one of my old YouTube videos for the tutorial 8 years ago. So we're following my own recipe. Okay, we're gonna just put a decent amount of Oreos in here. As many as we can fit, probably the entire row. And then chop them up. Okay, and then I'm just gonna add all of that to a mixing bowl. I'm going to use a measuring cup, so we do get like 4 cups. So let's see what we got here so far. Okay, that right there is a little bit over 1 cup. Some more, another row. Yum, Oreos are so good. I filled up this 1 jar in my kitchen with Oreos, like all pretty, like how like the Kardashians do it. And I want to eat one every time I walk by it. And once you eat one, you like can't stop. Oreos are so good. And it was never really a snack I would eat that often, but they're literally so good and addicting. Okay, let's chop them up. Okay, we have another 1.5 cups about, so this should equal out to about 4. If not, I can take some of those Oreos out of that container I was talking about, but I feel like this should be good. Okay, I ended up taking 3 out of the container. I would get the family size Oreos if you are buying them, but if not, I mean, a few Oreos short isn't gonna make that much of a difference. Okay, and that's the last bit of Oreos right here we're doing. This recipe is so easy. It just takes a lot of technique to make them look good. So I've made them, I think this will be my 3rd time making them. My mom is very good at making them. I'm more sloppy when I'm making things like this, but it takes practice. So maybe I'll do really good this time. Okay, we have all of our crushed up Oreos right here, and you can either use a mixer or your hands for the cream cheese. I'm using a mixer. Okay, next we're adding in our cream cheese that I've had sitting out for like 2 hours. We're just going to combine these on a low setting. Okay, once it is all mixed together and blended in, it should look like this. Very shiny, and you can go in there with a spatula, what I was doing, and just making sure it's all combined. Next, get yourself a pan and put some wax paper down on it. And now we are gonna start rolling the balls. I'm gonna wash my hands. So to make them look pretty, you wanna make them as symmetrical as possible, which can be hard. So I'm gonna use an ice cream scooper, which this is gonna be too big of a ball. So I might fill up this whole thing and then cut it in half, because I wanna make them like all even, the same size. If I fill up this whole thing, that's gonna be a pretty big Oreo ball. We're gonna chop this in half. Just gonna cut it in half. That might be a good way to measure and make them all the same size. Now just roll them. That's a perfect size. Okay, there we go. So that's how I'm doing it. If you guys have an ice cream scooper, because you don't wanna make them too big. I feel like the smaller the better. Oh, that's perfect. If they're too big, it'll be harder to dip them in chocolate and just eat them in general. So I think this recipe usually makes about like 24 balls. So I think that size is perfect. Yummy, I'm so excited. Baking takes a lot of skill. Like baking cakes and decorating them and cookies and cupcakes, like all of that stuff, it's hard. I do not have a steady hand at all. I'm like always shaky. So I can barely even like write. Like my handwriting is so bad. I cannot write in a straight line at all. I feel like I'm actually meant to be left-handed, but I was taught right-handed because my handwriting is so trash. And I just feel like maybe it's because I'm meant to be left-handed. I don't think anyone in my family is left-handed though. And I feel like that's kind of like a genetic thing. This looks so yummy with the ice cream scooper. It looks like a scoop of like brownies. Yum. Okay, well I'm gonna keep on rolling these balls and I'll get back to you guys when I am done. Okay, here we are. We have a lot of balls. I think we have 28. Now we are going to seal it with some saran wrap. And now we're gonna put them in the freezer for at least 30 minutes to chill. Okay, so I actually had the Oreo balls be in the freezer all night long because I didn't have time to do the chocolate last night. So we're gonna let those sit in there until I get the chocolate melted. I'm just gonna microwave a small bit of this at a time and do it in intervals of like 15 seconds and stir. Once your chocolate's melted, just toss your ball in. I like to use a fork, just flip it around and tap it off so then it gets like smooth. Then just put it back on the tray. Here's what we're working with. I keep melting more chocolate. It's like really hard to do this with one hand and show you guys. I'm extremely messy if you can't tell. And then just add some sprinkles on top. Okay, now they're done. I have to clean up this mess now. I'm gonna pop these back in the fridge and then after we will shave off the extra chocolate bits. Okay, now that the chocolate is all hardened, I take a little knife, I shave around the bottom to get that extra chocolate off. I put the Oreo balls in the little liners and this is the final product. They look so cute for my birthday. Oh, I love them. And then I have a few extra too that I just put away. I have all the nice ones sitting out. But that is the tutorial on how to make Oreo balls. If you decide to make them, make sure to tag me. And thank you all so much for watching. Bye guys.